Before you is a single, perfectly assembled burger, hot, glossy, and engineered down to its last detail. The bun is warm and soft, yet firm enough to hold its shape. The cheese drapes over the patty like golden fabric, melting in slow waves under the studio lights. It looks simple, familiar, ordinary, but this final moment is only the surface of a story that stretches across miles of machinery, thousands of workers, and an industrial system designed to feed an entire nation every single day. What you're seeing now is the ending, and to understand how this humble burger truly comes to life, we're going to do the unthinkable. We're reversing time. In the next seconds, this burger will be pulled apart, unbuilt, and traced all the way back to the colossal mega factory responsible for creating 500,000 burgers every 24 hours. So take a good look, because we're about to rewind everything you know. As the last echo of our countdown fades, time begins to bend. The burger you saw just moments ago trembles slightly, as if caught in an invisible current. Then, with a soft whistle of reverse motion, it lifts off the table. The wrapper unfolds backward, edges rising, seams peeling apart, before snapping shut around the burger with mechanical precision. The paper bag on the counter twitches, then leaps open, catching the wrapped meal midair like a rewinded magic trick. Suddenly, the restaurant around us moves in reverse. Customers step backward, trays slide toward the counter, and conversations rewind into faint murmurs. A car at the drive-thru window pulls away, but in reverse, rolling back into position as the bag flies neatly into the hands of the employee behind the glass. The driver's hand pulls away from the window, returning their payment in reverse time, bills sliding back into a wallet that closes itself. Tires spin backward on the pavement, retracing the path they just traveled. Inside, the order screen rewinds, clearing the ticket that only seconds ago read 1 cheeseburger. Stainless steel counters unsmudge themselves, crumbs leap off surfaces, and the kitchen crew moves with uncanny backward choreography, hands undoing motions they haven't yet made. The bag still sealed slides across the counter, rising into the hands of the cook who originally packed it. But instead of assembling the burger, he now performs the opposite, a dismantling of time. His fingers open the wrapper in perfect reverse, releasing the burger into the air where it floats, untouched, awaiting its journey even further back. This is no longer a place of cooking. This is the gateway into the industrial world behind the meal, a world we are now traveling into, one rewinded second at a time. Never. As the restaurant freezes in reverse motion, the sealed paper bag jerks upward, pulled by the invisible tide of time running backward. It shoots through the kitchen doors, past workers whose steps are rewinding, and into the loading bay behind the restaurant. There, a refrigerated truck, its engine humming in reverse, slowly backs into position. The rear doors swing open, but instead of unloading product, the scene unfolds backward. Pallets glide upward onto robotic lifts, sliding neatly into place as though guided by unseen hands. The bag containing our rewinding burger rises and settles onto a pallet stacked high with identical meals, all sealed, all moving backward through their supply cycle. The cold air inside the truck doesn't drift outward. It's pulled inward, sucked back into the insulated walls as if the vehicle itself is reclaiming the chill it released hours earlier. Frost condenses in reverse, vanishing into metal surfaces. Digital screens return to earlier timestamps, GPS trackers rewinding their routes mile by mile. The truck's taillights flash. They don't signal departure, but the undoing of a journey already made. Now watch closely. The truck begins to move, rolling backward along a highway that unwinds beneath its wheels. Night becomes dusk, dusk becomes late afternoon, all in reverse blur. Cars drift backward into lanes they just left. Exit signs appear before they were passed. The truck retraces hundreds of miles, reversing through distribution networks so vast they feed thousands of restaurants across multiple states. Every mile backward brings us closer to the beating industrial heart of this operation. Finally, the truck glides into a massive distribution center, an enormous refrigerated hub where food is sorted, scanned, and sent across the country. But today, everything runs in reverse. Conveyor belts pull boxes back toward the unloading zone. Workers walk backward with uncanny coordination, placing items into containers they previously removed them from. Robotic arms rotate in mirrored sequence, returning products to pallets as scanning lasers flicker backward along their labels. The building itself seems to inhale cold air, reabsorbing the refrigerated atmosphere it dispersed throughout the day. Overhead lights track backward through their automated cycle, dimming to earlier brightness settings. The paper bag, still perfectly sealed around our rewinding burger, moves deeper into the warehouse, sliding along reversed conveyor belts toward an even larger refrigeration system. Then comes the moment where logistics meets industry. The distribution center's massive loading dock doors roll upward, not to send product out, but to rewind it in. Shipments shuttle backward into waiting trailers. Forklifts reverse with impossible precision, placing entire pallets back where they originated. And somewhere in this synchronized rewind of America's cold chain infrastructure, our burger is carried steadily toward the next phase of its reverse journey, the colossal mega factory where it was first assembled. We aren't at the beginning yet, but we're getting closer, one backward mile at a time.
We must see how it uncooks. To understand the patty.
Kiểm tra chất lượng sản phẩm.
Đã rõ, đang xử lý.
Quality doesn't start with cooking.
It starts with everything that enters this factory.
This gasket shows signs of wear inconsistent with the maintenance log. Okay.
We need to flag this for further analysis.
A burger's strength is its weakest part.
The bun. Let's unmake it. Meltability is not an accident. The structural integrity remains high during the reversal.
Verified. All quality parameters are within tolerance.
We've unmade the burger.
Now let's rebuild it one last time.
The single burger stands as a symbol of all the complex engineering and effort, a masterpiece of modern food.
This is incredible.
Best burger I've had all year.
Cheers to that.
500,000 burgers every day. Powered by engineering, perfected by precision,
and eaten by millions. This is the mega factory feeding America.